Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Chicago Fire Season 13 losing two major characters makes its Season 14 renewal less exciting. When a TV show lasts as long as Chicago Fire has, cast exits are to be expected, but losing two important characters after Season 13 is still devastating and makes me, and evidently some other fans, consider quitting the series. As of the writing of this article, NBC hasn't renewed any of the One Chicago TV shows for the 2025 to 2026 season yet. However, Chicago Fire Season 14, Chicago PD Season 13, and Chicago Med Season 11 are all but guaranteed, given their success and longevity. It's only a matter of time before the network officially greenlights them all. Unfortunately, the only news to come out concerning the future of Chicago Fire is the surprise exit of two cast members. Despite Season 14 not even being confirmed yet, characters are already reportedly scheduled not to appear in it, which is quite disappointing. Thankfully, a handful of episodes remain in Chicago Fire Season 13, so anything can happen, but it's difficult to watch these last few episodes, knowing we'll have to say goodbye to two beloved Firehouse 51 firefighters, perhaps for good. According to Deadline, Chicago Fire is booting Daniel Kyrie, Darren Ritter, and Jake Lockett, Sam Carver, from the TV series after Season 13, when NBC greenlights Season 14. NBC hasn't confirmed this news yet, but all signs point to it being true. The network has been trying to make budget cuts as of late, which includes reducing actors' episode counts per season. Almost every Chicago Fire Season 13 cast member has been missing for an episode or two, thanks to this initiative. Now though, Carey and Lockett appear to be leaving for good. As Deadline's report states, Wolf Entertainment's NBC TV shows are looking to downsize ahead of their renewals for the 2025 to 2026 season, meaning Carey and Lockett's exits are likely only the start of the budget cuts. Fans should expect to hear about more actor exits across all three One Chicago series. They are all simply casualties of NBC's apparent plan to reduce budgets. It certainly doesn't help that many of the veteran cast members' contracts are up, resulting in negotiations with the network for new deals. The two major Chicago Fire characters leaving after Season 13 is quite upsetting and disappointing, to say the least. NBC seemingly sees Ritter and Carver as expendable, given that they haven't been around as long as some other characters. However, that couldn't be further from the truth. Both men have been great additions to the series, as their introductions have made room for fresh, intriguing storylines, and something other than repetitive drama between Severide and Kidd. Unfortunately, Chicago Fire hasn't used Ritter and Carver to their full advantage throughout their time on the show. Firstly, Ritter has been tragically pushed to the background as of late. He is a non-factor in Season 13, which is likely why NBC is removing Ritter from the One Chicago universe, but that's the writer's fault, not his. Ritter still has unexplored storylines that Chicago Fire could have, and should have, dived into, and now they'll never get the chance. Ritter's exit also hurts because he is one of many LGBT/POC characters who have been kicked from the cast over the years. As for Carver, he is part of Chicago Fire Season 13's most exciting love story. Casey and Brett are gone, and Severide and Kidd's romance has gotten a bit old. The procedural drama needs new couples that fans can root for, and Carver and Violet could have been Firehouse 51's next great love story. Now it's unclear how their will-they-won't-they romance will end, especially after all of Season 13 has been building up to a Carver/Violet reunion. Ultimately, Chicago Fire cannot be sustained by the veteran players alone, and losing two fresh, enticing characters only hurts the series in the long run. Given that Chicago Fire Season 13 is already doing them dirty, Ritter and Carver cannot leave the show in body bags. They deserve a memorable and honorable farewell, whether that means moving out of the city, transferring to a different firehouse, or retiring from firefighting. Honestly though, there aren't many good ways to write out Ritter and Carver. It doesn't make sense for Ritter to leave Firehouse 51 at this time, and Carver exiting just as he and Violet are about to get back together is also unfathomable. Hopefully, Ritter and Carver can return in the future, Since they're reportedly leaving after Chicago Fire Season 13 though, their exits only leave a bad taste in my mouth. The sirens may still be blaring at Firehouse 51, but the energy behind Chicago Fire's Season 14 renewal has dimmed with the emotional departure of two beloved characters. After over a decade of building a tight-knit firefighting family that viewers felt a part of, Season 13 marked a turning point. Not because of explosive cliffhangers or jaw-dropping rescues, but due to the gut-wrenching exits that have left fans wondering what's left to look forward to. Let's face it, Chicago Fire isn't just about fire trucks and high-stakes emergencies. It's about the heart behind the badge, the camaraderie in the bunk room, the smirks exchanged over breakfast in the kitchen, and the emotional bonds that have held the house together. So when two key characters exit the scene, it doesn't just leave a gap in the lineup, it tears a hole in the soul of the series. The loss that stings the most first, let's talk about the one that's been hitting fans the hardest, Stella Kidd. From her early days as a feisty and fearless firefighter to her ascent as a lieutenant, Stella became not just a leader on the rig, but a symbol of perseverance and passion. Her journey with Severide, marked by ups, downs, and one unforgettable wedding, gave the show its emotional core. In Season 13, Stella's exit was handled with grace, a decision rooted in a new opportunity outside of Chicago. While it made sense for the character's arc, it didn't make the goodbye any easier. Watching her pack up her locker, say farewell to her crew, and share that final lingering look with Severide was the kind of scene that left even the toughest viewers misty-eyed. Her departure isn't just a character shift, it's a seismic emotional change. What makes it even more bittersweet is that Stella wasn't just a supporting cast member. She was a voice of reason, a fierce role model, and one half of one of Chicago Fire's most iconic relationships. Without her, the firehouse feels off balance. Fans who have watched her grow from the new girl to a commanding leader are now left wondering whether Firehouse 51 will ever feel quite right again. The unexpected exit that shook us. As if losing Stella wasn't enough, the departure of Joe Cruz delivered another blow. The big-hearted firefighter, known for his loyalty, humor, and incredible depth, has been a fan favorite since his early days on the show. From his brotherly bond with Otis to his emotional adoption journey and his ever-deepening connection with the Firehouse family, Cruz brought a warmth to the series that few could replicate. Joe's exit in Season 13 came with little warning. After years of dedicated service and increasing responsibility, he made the decision to step away, not out of scandal or conflict, but out of a desire to focus on family and open a new chapter. It was a mature, full-circle kind of exit, but still, it felt sudden. Perhaps that's why fans are feeling robbed. There was no major send-off, no long goodbye, just a quiet fading away of one of the Firehouse's most genuine hearts. The impact is already being felt. Without Cruz's solid presence, who becomes the new glue of the squad? Who's going to offer comic relief when things get heavy or be the one to step in with a moral compass when tempers flare? It's hard to imagine Firehouse 51 without Joe's calming presence, and it's harder still to imagine future episodes not feeling the weight of his absence. A renewal with mixed emotions. So here we are, Chicago Fire is renewed for Season 14. On paper, that's a win. But among longtime fans, the enthusiasm feels muted. Yes, the action will continue. Yes, the familiar characters we love will still be there. But the spark feels like it's flickering. Without Stella and Cruz, the dynamics shift dramatically. Sure, the writers can bring in new characters, but can they truly fill those shoes? It's not just about writing compelling replacements, it's about chemistry, history, and emotional investment. That doesn't happen overnight, and for fans who've been in it for the long haul, it's hard not to feel a bit of fatigue. Season 13 tried to lay groundwork for new energy, introducing fresh faces and developing newer storylines, but the looming absence of two such pivotal characters threatens to overshadow all that. Even Severide, often the emotional anchor of the show, seems unmoored without Stella by his side. And without Cruz, there's a noticeable void in the Firehouse family structure. What needs to happen in Season 14? For Season 14 to succeed, the show will need to embrace this moment of transition, not just by introducing new characters, but by honoring the ones who left. That means meaningful callbacks, emotional follow-through, and giving the remaining cast room to grow into this new era.